Welcome everybody to the Queenstown Ice Arena. It is game 2 coming up here for the Burgle Cup. The cup is in the building. I know because I can see it right now. It's hiding. But it is an elimination game for the home team Stampede. Joel, that story wrote itself last night. It was an amazing game.
Oh, yeah.
We set records in viewership. I want to say that early on and thank everybody for joining us. But
yeah,
what an entertaining game. That was awesome.
So, literally had everything.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I mean, it was a hat trick that kind of was, but isn't. Yep. There was an empty net goal, some penalties.
Yeah.
Right at the shorthand, or the when they pulled the goalie, there was a shot off the bar.
Yep. Oh, that was close.
That was as close as it gets.
Yep.
And then
the penalty shot with 1 second left to go in the game.
Never seen that before.
And Joel Girard making the save as well, which you know is going to gee the boys up in the room as well.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. It's pregame. We are we're getting ready here to kind of. Do we change the narrative if you're the Stampede? Do you do the same things but better, or do you make an adjustment? Joel, what do you think?
No second period slump is what the Stampede are going to be thinking, because, you know, in the first period they really dominated, had control of the game. Second period it just slipped away from them. Dunedin made them pay, and then, you know, into the third, you know, could have gone either way, but the damage was already done, unfortunately.
And that's exactly what it was. The damage was done, but in the third period, they didn't quite adjust. They both gave up a goal, and they went into the third period 4-3. It was 5-4 for most of the third period, and the empty netter added to 6. So that is the summary of goals. Now we can talk about how this went.
Second period was all assault.
Yeah, so just about 6.5 minutes. Now, to be fair, it is credited as a hat trick, and it is a record.
Yes.
But let's not short Ian Audis. He had 1.5 goals last night because he kind of tipped that one, we think, but we're not sure. And right now the scorers left it as that, so that's what it is. Not that it matters. It's 6-4 the final.
Exactly. Stampede getting it done by committee there as well. McCarg, Roth, Amston, and Harrison all tucking one away.
And what I'd like to bring everybody's attention to is very small writing, but lots of yellow dashes in that lower right corner.
So many penalties. 16 penalties in total. You had 6 for the Thunder, 10 for the Stampede.
Yep.
Playing a man down, even 2 men down at times, you just can't be doing it. 5-on-3s is not what you want in a final.
It makes it hard to come back in the third period when you're down if you're always down a player.
It really does.
Here's the shots yesterday. So just to explain this, you'll see the Dunedin Thunder logo on the right-hand side of your screen. Those are the goals that are scored by the Stampede and vice versa.
Yep.
I want to bring your attention to a couple of things. Most of the shots, or most of the goals here for the Stampede, right down that slot area, whereas the Thunder shooting from outside and being successful.
Yeah, 2 from the blue line there, and then you've got some on the offside dot there. Yeah, very successful places to be shooting, whereas Stampede more kind of cycling it through, finding that man in the slot, sending it home.
And it also kind of shows the story of the game in the sense that the adjustments that were made over time and how things worked really well for the Thunder starting in the second period, and then it evened out. And here's the story. When we talk about shot attempts in Corsi, some of you will know what all of this stuff means. In a very technical sense, it's a mathematical way of saying what we saw with our own eyes last night. First period, definitely all the Stampede, which is on the green side on the left, and that's exactly what we saw. Vice versa on the second period, and a very even third.
I couldn't agree more. The third was very, very evenly matched. But one thing Dunedin was doing really, really well is they were dominating the neutral zone. And you noticed they were picking it up through the neutral, recycling it back through, breaking in, getting that puck into the Stampede offensive zone, making things happen, cycling it around, finding lanes, getting shots away.
Yep. Now, there were a lot of players that did play a lot of ice time, and if you log a lot of ice time, that can be something to consider, especially given it's a 3-game series this weekend, potentially.
Yep.
Cole Beckstead on the lead there for the forwards. No surprises here. 30 minutes is pretty typical.
Yep.
Rayton Walsh kind of close to that with 27. But pretty stock standard play for that. And for the defense, this is what kind of stuck out for me was Stegman and Lozelle playing a long time. Now,
they were racking up some serious minutes, those two.
Yeah, they were. And 30 minutes is pretty typical. 35 is really stretching it. But they did, they basically are running 4 plus Regan. And that has to hold up again tonight.
And it wasn't like they were coasting around playing easy hockey either. It was fast, it was physical, and it'll be interesting to see what toll. No, these guys are all very elite athletes. It'll be interesting to see what kind of toll it has on the play tonight.
Interestingly, for the forwards for the Stampede, nobody reached that 30-minute mark. 28 for Connor Jean.
Yeah,
but
Lockie Freer, about the same.
Yeah, stock standard. Pretty normal for them as their season averages go. And the defense, you see Max Roth with a lot of work there, along with Mitchell Freer. Again, no surprises here.
No.
Maybe a few extra minutes for Roth since he had to cover for some of the penalty time.
Yep, absolutely.
Otherwise,
but no, he's a key man on the Stampede blue line as well. He's done great things this year for us.
And that's, like I said, it's not that unusual. Cam True just getting the 5 minutes out there, but again, you're basically running 2 sets of defense for both teams. Something to watch as it progresses.
True's a great man to bring in to just steady the ship as well. Great stay-at-home defenseman, steady hand, cool under pressure, just does all the right things.
Oh, and you can hear the noise now.
Oh, this looks like the Thunder coming out here, and they are going to be G'd up tonight. They are one game away from then you can see their loyal fans all who made the trip down. A lot of green in the crowd here tonight.
It's been one of the interesting setups for obviously you have teams coming in here. It doesn't happen very often that you have a lot of road colors in the stands, but the Thunder fans have made themselves known, and you'll see them over on that side, and they are making lots of noise.
Oh, they what?
Yeah, and it's noticeable. They've made their presence felt to the point that the players all commented to me when I talked to them. It felt like a home game, which is really impactful for the team itself.
But then again, here comes the Stampede, and here comes the Stampede roar. So there's no love lost from our home fans either.
No, and I think that's the best thing about it. It's been an environment where everybody's been very supportive. It's been great so far for both teams.
Well, I mean, Dunedin chasing their first final Burgle Cup victory here, and it can happen tonight. They're playing for all the marbles. Stampede, everything on the line here to take this to a third game on Sunday.
Yeah, as you said, it is an elimination game. If the Thunder win tonight, it's over. They win the cup. If the Stampede win tonight, we go to a Game 3, which, as far as I'm aware, has never happened before. So,
that is correct.
That is quite the situation for both teams. And it looks like most interestingly here, you see Toby Shuck here in net.
I feel like that'd be crazy not to run with Shuck. He's got the hot hand against the Stampede, and I feel like he's going to be in net for them tonight. He stood tall last night.
Yeah, he sure did. A couple of lineups coming in. All right. So we did have a chance to talk to a couple of the players before the game. We'll bring up some of those interviews now.
Excellent.
We're here with Mitchell Freer, SkyCity Stampede. Mitchell, question for last night. Second period, you guys faced an onslaught of offense by the Thunder, but you made some adjustments in the third period where the defense kind of picked it up, but the offense didn't come with it, and it ended up coming up just a bit short for you last night. Where did that not quite happen in the third period?
Yeah, we just couldn't really stay out of the box, to be fair, on that third period, and we did make some good defensive changes where we realised that their defence was stepping up offensively, and we started closing the gap and limiting those chances. But we just couldn't, end of the day, we just couldn't find the back of the net.
And it was close. There was one off the iron just before, and it must have been a bit of a heartbreak. But let me take you to tonight's game, where you have adjustments that you've made, I'm sure.
maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you change the momentum and get things on your side.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we started awesome. We came out of the gates flying, and I think if we bring the same momentum all three periods, I think we'll be fine. We just got to stay disciplined, stay out of the box. We know that they've got a strong power play, and if we can stay out of the box and stay 5-on-5, I think we'll be in for a real good chance.
All right, well, I will see you after the first intermission, and good luck tonight.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, Mitchell. We're here with Luke Stegman, Dunedin Thunder. Luke, yesterday the crowd that traveled here, absolutely amazing, and you couldn't miss them. Green machine over and over, and their presence was felt. Tell us what that meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of hockey, and I played in front of some pretty big crowds. We're in an away game here in a pretty small rink, and made us feel right at home, right? I felt like we had most of the crowd. They were super loud all game. We were down a couple goals, and man, they were still going at it. So it really kept the team up, made us want to go for it, made us want to go hard. So that really helped a lot, and we really appreciate their support. It's awesome to play in front of these guys. We got people painting their faces. We got people screaming all game. They look like they're having fun. Makes us have a lot of fun as well.
That's outstanding, and there were a lot of fans that traveled, so it was really good to see. This is a little different for the Dunedin Thunder. It is a game in which you can clinch the championship. Maybe tell us a little bit about it, because I think you've been through a few of these. What do you tell your teammates?
Yeah, so I've now been in 4 cup finals in my career, so pretty lucky to be on some really good teams. The most important part is I know, like, for a lot of these Dunedin guys, this is their first final where they've got a clinching game. I don't think they've actually gotten close at all before. The thing that's the most important, you gotta forget about it, right? It means nothing the first game. It's over. Midnight reset, new day to day. You know they're gonna come out swinging. They're gonna come out hungry to have a game tomorrow. We just gotta play like we did yesterday, play our game, and they gotta push a play. We gotta, we can relax a little bit. We can play our game. We can do what we've been doing all year. And second games have always been pretty good for us. I think our team's in good shape. We've been working hard all year. So we just got to do our thing, not even think about cups. It's just a game in Queenstown on a Saturday night. And if we do what we should, I'm pretty confident in how the game's going to go tonight.
All right, Luke Stegman, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yep.
It's always funny queuing back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's about it. We can talk all we want, but the hockey's going to speak for itself.
It
that's
really
for sure.
is. It is going to be an absolute barn burner tonight. Both teams are going to just put everything on the line here.
And I'm looking forward to seeing it. Up to Dave Dubnik and Matt Whiffen for the call. We'll see you on the flip side of the first.
There you have it. The SkyCity Stampede are your 2025 Burgle Cup champions. After a long, hard, tough season, they are the ones standing at the top.
It's looking like the Thunder have already kind of damped their ticket to head towards there. But we will see. There's still another 13 games after this one that the Thunder will need to play.
James Moore with a shutout here tonight for the Dunedin Thunder. Take a bow, a huge performance from their goaltender.
The crowd go up in arms as Dunedin Thunder have come back here in the second game of the weekend.
Gets the shot off, a rebound, they score. It's Chalice scoring against his old team.
Score!
Oh, what an outstanding goal there from McCart.
Good night,
Sitting
Nurse.
right in the middle there. Max Roth shoots and scores! Max Roth wins it in overtime for the SkyCity Stampede. Backhand pass, backhand, a shot too, and they score. There's a shot and they score. Another shot, he'll score.
To the middle, picked up by Loizel. Loizel shoots. Oh! Good! Are you kidding me? Loizel scored! Thunder has done it! Thunder have done it! The Thunder have come back and won the series! Sam Loizel! Oh my God! This crowd is blowing up here in the Dunedin Ice Stadium. Welcome back to the Queenstown Ice Arena, located on the shores of the beautiful Lake Wakatipu here in Queenstown, Otago, home of the SkyCity Stampede. My name's Matt Whifford, here tonight with Dave Dubnack, who will be bringing you the play-by-play action for this Game 2 in the NZIHL Briggle Cup Finals 2026. Big thanks to Matt Chavez and Joel Brennan for that pre-game show. Dave, last night was an exciting game. It had back-and-forth action.
Yep. Like
Game 1 to the Dunedin Thunder. Tonight, can the Stampede come back hard?
It was full of mystery and intrigue, as Matt was explaining, and Joel, that it had everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about that ebb and flow that I keep talking about, who owned each, well, moments of periods, but it actually ended up being full periods.
Yeah.
You know, the Stampede dominated first, second period, Thunder, and it was anyone's looking at the shots, it was, but as they mentioned downstairs there earlier, that the Thunder were able to sink a couple and then put the Stampede on the back foot. Perhaps some frustration resulting in penalties.
Yeah.
The box, no shots if you're in the box.
Yeah, at the end of the game, we saw the Stampede take consecutive penalties, and it didn't allow them to sort of put that pressure on towards the end and pull that goalie when they wanted to. They did in the end pull it, but it was late.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 30 seconds in a hockey game is a lifetime,
yeah,
as we know. And they didn't get that chance. They were never 5-on-5 in the last few minutes, which created, just, but new game. These fans out here, they didn't come here for the skiing. They're here and they're noisy and they're going to be entertained tonight. Potential, one way, we're going into a third game, or this could be,
it could be history
in the making, so it's on the line. Very exciting. I'm so excited. I'm a little bit nervous because I know that they're going to bust out of the gate. It's like, it's going to be like the gunfight at the OK Corral. Lots of shots, lots of harassment, but not where I'm sure both coaches have said, stay out of the box. So, it's going to all be happening tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the box could be key, because last night we saw the Stampede scored 2 goals in that first period on power plays. They ended up 2 from 4 over the game. The Dunedin Thunder had 1 goal on the power play. They had plenty of opportunities, but they just weren't able to score. So, but we know how good they are. We know they're a dangerous power play unit. So the Stampede will want to stay out of the box. We are very quickly getting close to puck drop here, Dave.
Let's just talk goalies for a second. I'm believing that Toby Shook, back in net.
He is.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
First time he's played 2 games in a row this year, apart from when he's had to fill in when they've changed goalies mid-game, but first time playing 2 games in a weekend.
And for the Stampede, veteran Aston Brooks taking in between the pipes for the Stampede. Not taking anything away from Joel Gerard, but we mentioned yesterday that they're an even split. They're both very quality goaltending, quality players, and great leaders from the back.
Yeah, you can't pick much between the two. They were 1 and 3 in the goalie category all year when they finished up the season.
As for the people listening, big thank you for listening. You probably know Matt Whiffen from the Dunedin Thunder and myself from the Stampede. we're wanting a very good game, but you can tell inside we're both cheering quietly.
We may let the
emotions may slip. Matt Chavez may have to step in.
Oh, I'm here. I'm watching both of you.
Make sure it's a kept fair fight.
You're over there, so you
Right.
can't get in between us. If we might have our own bust up over here.
We're
Dave.
moments away from the face-off here for the second game of a possible 3-game final. Puck dropped, rolls into Stampede zone, knocked into the neutral zone, and back in. Stampede collect. Roth putting it up to McCog, gives it a tap. It rolls all the way back into the corner. Freer taps it back into the corner. Where Herring tries to clear, can't. Freer, Devlin in behind the net. Puck rolls again behind the net, where Devlin picks it up and fires it back into the corner. Thunder march it to the red line, turned over. Freer, red line, and fires it back in. Both teams going for a change. Red line, Flight. Knocked off his stick. Amston picks it up. He's got some room. Mosey's through a couple, takes that shot. Good save. Shot, quick front.
Great save.
Yes. I think that was Harrison. Puck rolls to the corner. Orr battling for it. Rails it around to the cafe corner. Bounces off the boards and collected by the Thunder. Marching out. Orr, shot. And off that timber, deflected into the roof, I guess.
The roof, the boards above the goal. Yeah, some intensity here straight away. That first shift, we saw a couple of big hits already. These teams certainly aren't backing down.
No.
The first thing I see, guys, right here with Harrison in front, it's the same thing we talked about in the first period yesterday, allowing Stampede in the slot. It's no good for the Thunder defense.
Unharassed.
Yes,
Roth with it over the blue line. He's got McCog. Harrison can't shovel that in. Or, Campbell can't shovel that in. Along the boards. Shot kicked out to the corner. Freer taps it round behind the net. Lassalle out. Now on the red line. Rusky Jones. McCog rails it around. Shot, and again off the timber. Roth's shot deflected.
Some good jobs there by the defense of the Thunder, getting sticks in the way of shots. Same thing happened over on the Stampede side. The amount of pucks going out of the arena have a lot to do with the sticks getting in front of the shots.
Yeah, close proximity.
Yeah, definitely.
Face off to the right of Shook. Big lead past it. Bexter, who can't pick that up. Gene muscles it in over the line. And Devlin centering. Lead pass to Otis over the blue line. Otis leaves for Stegman. Stegman's shot, and Brooks glove save on that.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity for Luke Stegman, who's usually got a very reliable shot. Found the glove that time of Ashton Brooks, and he made the cover after the initial drop to the ice.
So there's a penalty been called against Stegman for the late hit. He's going to go 2 minutes for cross-checking.
All right, so Stegman, early days. We spoke earlier about how important. Sorry, I can't hear myself here, Matt.
The crowd is so loud.
We spoke earlier about how important that penalty power play will be and the penalty kill will be. So here's an early chance for the Stampede.
Yeah, guys, hold on a second on this. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's not on the board yet, but it may be 5-on-5 the way I saw the referee react.
Lean over there, Matt, and have a look.
Yeah, there's
Freer, Lockie Freer will be in the box.
Yep.
So
5-on-5.
Yeah, I guess the referees put their stamp on it early, saying there go no more shenanigans.
No funny business.
Harrison moseys it up over the red line, tap back in. Eden fires it in to Stampede zone. Orr scrambles for it along the boards. Harrison on the blue line gets it out. LaSalle just fires it right back in. Rusky Jones behind his own net. Can't hit Harrison. Red line. Fired back in by Darling. Railed up and around. Flight. Leaves. But he leaves for Orr. Harrison cross ice to no one, just to give themselves a line change as Eden starts to move it up. LaSalle on the red line, over the blue line now. Roth. Campbell back to Roth. Rusky Jones on the blue line. Rusky Jones has a bouncing puck.
Oh, that was dangerous. Just caught in the feet there of the defenseman, Matt Curran.
Big lead pass, cross ice. And Lewis rails it around behind the Stampede net. LaSalle battling for it against Gene. And Rusky Jones ends up with it. Rusky Jones gets a shot picked up by Haring and flicked all the way down the ice.
That was a great drive by Rusky Jones. Just pure determination to get that to the net.
Devlin fires it up to Freer, and he can't collect it. And there's Roth, dances past one. Pat Huckins up and shot and scored. That's Gene. Matt, you spoke about leaving someone in that slot.
Yeah, you're also going to notice there's a stick over in the corner, and it ended up where the Stampede had two in the slot here. You'll see where there's a choice to be made, and yeah, just leaving a little bit too much space. But to be fair, that's a pretty quickly bouncing puck. That puck goes off of a Thunder blade for just a moment, and not a lot Chuck can do from that distance and that speed.
Yeah, right. Wayne Walsh had half a moment just to corral that puck, and he just couldn't get hold of it.
I think Rusky Jones was also there for the pickup. Should have it been dropped, but all right, so we've seen this happen. Is this rinse and repeat, boys?
Yeah, first blood to the SkyCity Stampede.
Which means nothing in a 60-minute game. All right, Thunder in their own zone, start to move it up. Big lead pass to Orr, can't collect. And Harrison picks it up in the corner for the Stampede.
There's a penalty coming up that will be against the Stampede.
Cam True.
Yep.
So, my goodness, Matt. What do you know, we spoke about the box. I want to go shake, I want to go shake some, say, come on, boys. Both teams needing to stay on the ice.
Yeah, it was a big story from last night's games. In the first period, it was all the Thunder taking the penalties. In the second period, it was all the Stampede. This time, it's 1-for-1 essentially.
We know how dangerous the Thunder are on their power play. We will see right now. Otis facing off. He's got LaSalle in the backfield with Vested, which is like the strongest possible lineup. Here's a chance for Gene on Beckstead. Shot. Great glove by Shaw. Stegman carrying it up over the blue line. Still has it. Red line. Lead pass. Beckstead centering pass shot. And banged out. Brooks had to react fast on that close proximity shot. Beckstead centering. Rusky Jones up against LaSalle. Still carrying. Rusky Jones still has it. Rails it around behind the net, forcing Stegman to collect in the cafe corner. It's hard to see with all those green jerseys along the glass who's on the ice.
It's normally a lineup of yellow jerseys in that corner.
Back behind the net. Beckstead. LaSalle, cross ice. Back to the corner, Otis. Stegman. Great block by Rusky Jones. Beckstead behind the net. And Slapper down the ice by Freer, giving the both teams a chance for a change. Harrison dogging Stegman a bit, but Flight takes his role. Or over the blue line, behind the net. Whole lot of motor on that one. Hurrying with it in the corner. And Flight fires down on target. That'll count as a shot.
Seconds remaining on the power play for the Dunedin Thunder. We're back to 5-on-5 in a moment.
Eden leaving. Miscommunication there where Herring has to stop and pick it up in his own zone. Eden, blue line, off a skate, and that'll end the penalty. Big lead pass cross ice to Devlin. Devlin. Oh, and Gene just didn't have enough real estate. Shot deflected wide.
Gene had a golden opportunity there. Normally he's so clinical in those situations.
Cross ice shot off the side of the net. Cut Darling with it in the corner. Rails it up and it bounces all the way out. And Amson forced to go all the way back for it.
Guys, Herring backing off on that one is shocking because he left Gene all alone and got lucky there. Didn't finish.
Stegman with it. Stegman can't hit his player, and it's banged back into the corner by Chalice, who we haven't seen on the ice much this series. McCog behind the net. Stegman rails it up, but Rusky Jones centers. Chalice backhand. McCog backhand, sorry. Rusky Jones, cross ice. Otis intercepts. Behind the net, being dogged by Chalice. Leaves for Boniface. Boniface bangs it around to the cafe corner. From the point, shot wide. And Boniface can't collect it. And finally does Boniface over the blue line. And fires it in. Battling along those boards.
Thunder have got their third line out there for our first time this game, I believe.
No icing called. Roby's looking for a whistle, wondering what happened there, but nothing. But shot on net, kept in. Barry with it now. Barry starts to move it up. Can't hit Boniface. There's Harrison over the blue line, still kind of has it. Knocked over at the last second.
Oh, that's a slash there.
Yeah, off the head. Boniface drawing a penalty from Flight. A head hit. Doesn't matter what happened if it hits the head, Matt.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly it. He came down, but he came down with intention on that. So I think Flight was a little bit. It was a bit of a reaction play, but as you saw it there, it's not an excusable one.
No, they all look the same in the penalty box.
I've been noticing a little bit of a trend from the Dunedin Thunder. They've just been doing a few too many blind passes, just making what they think is the right play, but they're not actually checking their shoulder to see if the player is actually there to get it.
Here's a chance for the Thunder again on their power play. See if they can connect on this one. The cell cross to Beckstead. Beckstead over the blue line, dances past Freer or Gene. Shot. Puck bounces in front and just Lockie Freer takes a swing at it and knocks it in behind the Thunder net.
Yeah, he made sure that one was out of the zone for sure.
Yeah, LaSalle. Stegman. Beckstead. Beckstead. Toe drags. Has a shot. Rolls to the point. LaSalle with it. Cross ice to Beckstead. Beckstead. LaSalle on center. Shot. Puck. Swell clutter in front. It was Tiger Country in there. It was so busy. How Brooks got a piece of that, I don't know.
There's just a lot of outside play for the Dunedin Thunder on the power play over the last two games. I'd love to see them try and take it to the net just a little bit more with someone like Ian Ortis on the side of the net. But the Stampede are reading that they're going to try and get it to Loisau and Stegman for those big shots.
Well, they need somebody in front doing the deflection, picking up the rebound. Beckstead with it. Back to LaSalle. LaSalle's shot deflected into the corner. Railed around back to Beckstead. Beckstead putting it in front. Stegman couldn't get it. LaSalle losing it over the blue line. Stampede crowd liking that. Picked up by Rusky Jones and knocked into Stampede territory. Rusky Jones dogging Beckstead. And there's only 30-some seconds left in that penalty to flight. Over the blue line, Beckstead centering, tangled up in feet, and batted back into Stampede territory. Back into Thunder territory by the Stampede.
20 seconds left on the power play.
LaSalle, Stegman. He's got Lewis and Eden on the far side, behind the net, to the corner, and fired again back down to the Thunder zone, forcing LaSalle back behind his own net. Roby giving chase. Lead pass.
Penalty over.
Thank you. And fired up.
No icing. I think that hit Haring's stick.
Yes, icing. I thought it did. You're right.
Yeah.
I thought it did hit Haring's stick. So, well done. This will give the very tired Stampedes trapped in their own zone. And the Thunder being able to still have another crack at this. We're sitting at 1-0 for the Stampede. 8 minutes, 19 seconds left in this first period, second game of the 3-game series. Amston can't control it. Off of Lewis. Lewis on the red line. Turned around quickly. Centering. Kicks off a leg. Shot again. Chalice bumped off the puck in the corner, and it's railed to the blue line, but kept in by Haring. Amston puts on the Jets. Over the red line. Amston.
That'll be a call, guys.
Tangled up and tackled by Orr.
Orr's going to go for that for a hold.
Hold hook.
Oh, it's a hook.
Yep. Yeah, he was hustling back to do the back check and just got a little bit hungry with the stick there. Then you see it up in the arms and the armpit of Amston, who drew that penalty well with its speed up ice. It's really good to see Amston just put the head down.
All right, so what we've seen 2 penalties, 2 power plays for the Thunder. No result. We've seen 1 power play for the Stampede with 1 goal for them. We'll see if this is their mark. Face off to the left of Shook. Cross ice. Roth. Freer. Jean. Freer. Cross. Great work. Huge work by Lewis. Brooks forced out of the net. Hits Roth, who carries behind the net.
Yeah, shout out to Rain Walsh for that effort.
Great effort. Huge hustle. Roth over the blue line, drags to the corner. Can't quite do anything with it, though. And it ends up back on the point to Amston. Roth rails it behind and fired all the way down by great work by Stegman. And Brooks, he's going to get caught on that. He's going to get caught on that.
Yeah,
brave man.
Otis is right there.
Yeah, and Otis is not the man to try and be too sneaky on. Cross ice to Roth. Roth shot deflected. Can't be picked up in front and slappered down. But look at that pursuit by Lewis again. Thunder constantly forechecking, even though they're down a man. Look at this battle in the corner, still battling for it. 3 Stampede players having to wrestle it out from Lewis. Roth with it, blue line, lead pass. Freer dances in front, shot, kick save. Up but not out on the blue line, cross ice. No one there to collect it. Kept in, Roth, Freer can't collect it, tips it to the boards. Beckstead now has it. He's got Walsh with him. 8 seconds left in that penalty. Roth. Devlin. Cross the blue line. Devlin harassed by Eden heavily. Nice work by Eden.
And you see Orr coming back out on the ice.
Thank you. Boniface over the blue line. Hits Orr. Orr got a point to prove, perhaps.
Ooh.
Shot collected by the Thunder in the corner. Still has it. And tapped up and out. No icing. Darling forced into his own zone behind the net. Darling hanging on, waiting to set out that breakout. Harassed heavily. And it's railed around to Orr. Collects. Orr hits Eden. Eden cross ice. Hits LaSalle in the corner now, behind the net. Railing it up, and Walsh in the corner. Huge hustle there by Eden in the corner. Still has it. Chalice now. Chalice behind the net. No one there. Forcing Rusky Jones to unbelievable defense there. Great work. And here's Rusky Jones' shot. Narrow angle. And finally we get a whistle.
Wow, yeah. I mean, that was a period of back and forth hockey. Both these teams having chances. The last one right there, Lockie Boniface won the board battle. Got a pass off to Chris Eden, just hamstrung him ever so slightly in the slot, and he couldn't get the pass away before the stick got in and knocked it away from him.
So close. All these are just half a tape off the stick, you know, like just half a stick off. So I think the Thunder will get that. And when they do, they will be dangerous.
It's a pace that is really, really fast. And is it sustainable for both these teams?
Behind the net. That's McCogg who just clears it out.
Offside.
And offside. Talon just could not get out fast enough. As
carry on.
I was just saying that I think it was Stegman or LaSalle that was boogieing along that far side with the puck.
Yeah, Matt Chavez and Joel Brennan had the stats up at the preseason show. Just how many minutes some of these players have been logging. So third line minutes are going to be huge tonight for these teams. But they keep playing their import players the way they have. Fatigue will set in towards the end of this game.
Well, we're not here to bake a cake, are we?
We are not.
Cross ice. Great pass by Devlin. Center pass. And Freer can't pick it up in the corner. Off a leg. Finally, that's Lewis over the blue line. Lewis can't get a handle on it. Right in close slot. Kept in. Shot. I think Brooks has lost his stick.
Yeah, Max Roth doing him a favor there, handing it off to him.
Guys, this is picked up physically quite a bit.
You've noticed.
Yep.
3 minutes and 14 seconds left. Puck rolls in the slot. No one there to pick that up for the Thunder.
Yeah, just saying a couple of calls that marginally could have been made and are not thus far.
I see you doing the elbowing sign there, Matt.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that later if it comes to it. But right now, that
we've got a hockey game. We've got a hockey game to watch. Puck flight can't get the backhand on that. Leaving Schuck out and scores. Schuck caught out of position.
Connor Harrison, Johnny on the spot, getting that loose puck after Toby Schuck lost his net. And the desperation save wasn't enough.
That's not often that Schuck gets that drawn out. Mind you, this is the same thing that we spoke about Brooks getting drawn out of the net, you know, and yeah, just Johnny on the spot, drifting into the slot unguarded.
He was diving across thinking that the wraparound would be coming in tight to the post, but it just came free out in front, and it was
bad bouncing puck.
Yeah.
Turned around, Lottis on the blue line. Loses it. And it's tapped out to the red line. LaSalle picks it up. Man, what a shot from the red line. A huge shot. Just wide of the net. Harrison. Flight over the blue line. Shot. a little bit high, and rolls all the way back to his own blue line, and it's saucered into the neutral zone. Batted back into Stampede. And neutral zone again. LaSalle picks it up in his own zone. Otis taps it over the line, just picked up by Roth. Roth can't make his pass, turned around. And Orr is bumped off the puck for his work. Tapped up and out to the neutral zone. Fired up, and Eden, and icing's the call. Matt Chavez, I just wanted to thank you for all that work that you were doing with all the numbers and the different stats we had at the beginning of this broadcast. It reminded me of math class, which I didn't do well in. So,
some of those stats that they talk about, Causey and all that, sort of goes over my head.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm only here for my looks.
Yeah.
All right, puck dropped to their left of Shook. Turned around, Eden taps it to the neutral zone. Puck rolls behind Brooks into the corner. Picked up by Gene on the red line. He's got Freer on the blue line, centering. Can't make that work. Tapped behind the net. Freer rails it around to Rusky Jones on the point. Shot right on mark. And he's forced, Shook is forced to cover that up.
Lucky Freer and Connor John causing a lot of problems for the Thunder down in front of that net.
They've got a lot of boogie, much like Beckstead and LaSalle when they get moving, but they tend to leave them in front. Stampede do a better job of covering that in front of the net thing.
Yeah.
That slot. Back to the point. Shot from Gene. Quick. Keeping Toby Shook honest there. Rolls all the way down where Beckstead picks it up in the Stampede corner. Forced off the puck. Hustled by Otis. Now Otis behind the net being dogged by Harrison. Or Freer, sorry. Shot. Puck bounces. Can't get a swing on it. Was Lewis, I believe, as Brooks was out of position. Kick to the corner by Herring. Railed around to the far side. That Zamboni bounce. Shot. In front. Tangled up though were all this by the Stampede were the Thunder players as it bounced to the neutral zone.
15 seconds left in this first period.
Thunder are hungry for a goal before the final period, or this first period whistle. Still battling for it, and finally.
So is that going to be is that a penalty?
Delay of game or something?
I think there is a delay of game penalty for freezing the puck on the boards. And I think that's the call. For 5 seconds to go. Time for a face-off, Dave.
Face-off, yeah. And coming into the second period, well-rested with a power play for the Thunder.
With a clean sheet of ice.
Roll.
Yeah.
Clean sheet of ice, yeah.
Clean sheet of ice, nice and smoothly groomed, so the passes sit flat. Good tie-up by Jackson Flight.
And fired down by Connor Harrison. So the box talks once again. Yeah. I have a really bad feeling for the Stampede that when the Thunder are going to hatch a plan, some sort of secret squirrel plan, and they're going to be very dominant in this power play in the second period.
Yeah, well, the SkyCity Stampede were able to score on the power play, but they did a great job on the penalty kill. The Dunedin Thunder had a couple of chances, weren't able to get things going. They had outside passes. The shots weren't coming through to Aston Brooks because the Stampede knew that the play would be around the outside. So they got in position to block shots, and that's what they did on the penalty kill, and it's been working really well for them.
Yeah, but a little bit of jiggery-pokery and changing up that system would make them adjust as well, make them adjust. But in that lag, there could be something happening.
Yeah. Move it low to high, right. Take it to the net.
2-0. 2-0 is nothing. We know that.
We know that.
And and unless you were in a gulag in Russia or off planet yesterday, we're going to go, I was going to say, we've got another game just like last night. We're going to go down to Matt Chavez, who's going to speak to Mitchell Freer.
We're here with Mitchell Freer. Stampede coming out with 2 goals early. That is, I mean, we just talked. It feels like not that long ago. And this is exactly the plan that you had.
Yep.
And it was also what you did yesterday. Tell us about how the first period started.
Yeah, we just wanted to start with high momentum, high energy, forecheck hard, and we came out today doing that, which is really good signs.
I mean, it's exactly what you told me. It was come out high energy. Yeah, you did exactly that. So, question is, before you run off, tell me how you're going to have a second period that holds that energy up and keeps going, because that wasn't what happened yesterday.
No, we're going to reset, get in the changing room, reset, it's an all game in our eyes, and we're going to come out the same way we did just then. Limit the penalties, stay out of the box, we're going to have a bit more energy to carry it on.
Yeah, and you're going to be starting on the penalty kill on the second. So, all right, well, good luck. Thank you for joining us, Mitchell. And hey, you said exactly what you were going to do, and you did it. So well done.
Thank you, mate.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Well, that was an exciting period, Dave.
Unbelievable.
SkyCity Stampede with a 2-0 lead going into the second period.
Yeah, toing and froing, chances for the Thunder, power plays for both teams, and like I mentioned earlier, that going into the second, clean ice, rested bodies with a power play could be quite interesting. We have, at 15:40, goal Connor Jean, and with only 2 minutes left in that period, we have Connor Harrison. So the two Connors.
Two Connors, yeah. Nothing in this game is pretty tight. Let's wrap it up for this first period. We'll go to our intermission show with Joel Breton and Matt Chavez.
Kia ora koutou, welcome back everybody. It is the first intermission, and once again, it is the SkyCity Stampede with a 2-goal lead after one. Joel, it feels like deja vu.
It is a bit of deja vu, absolutely, and it's no secret, I'm hoping the second period goes very differently to what it did last night.
What? Really? Okay. Yeah. So the story, of course, yesterday, in case by chance you weren't watching, 3 goals in the second period for the Thunder, and that kind of just turned the game around.
Yeah.
It was a momentum issue for them, and we talked about it in the interviews, just more adjustments and figuring things out.
Yep.
But
Joel, I'll leave it to you. What does the Stampede have to do as a collective in order to make sure that they keep this momentum going today?
I think they, Cam will be in the room and just reminding them about what happened last night. And, unfortunately for Stampede, fortunately for the Thunder, Stampede are going into this second period on a penalty kill.
Yep.
Minute 55, almost a full 2-minute PK. Straight off the bat. Can go either way, a quick goal from Dunedin's obviously going to change the momentum. If Stampede can kill that off, it's going to really raise the spirits of the bench,
It's a common phrase. The third goal in a hockey game is usually the most important one. So, anyway, we have it was the pair of Connors that scored in the first period. But, again, 4 penalties to the Stampede, kind of telling the two sides of a story here.
Yeah, absolutely. Very similar. A couple of high stickings in there. You had Stegman and Freya mixing it up with coinciding roughing penalties there as well. And then Dylan Devlin with delay of game right at the very, very end there, which we were just discussing. Not quite sure what, it's a bit of a catch-all penalty, that one. So
and I think the penalty for Stegman was a little bit hot-headed. You could say that, but the penalty that Orr took was preventative. So very good play generally by both teams, but a little bit of the discipline, a little bit more kind of carrying against the Stampede. But in general, the goaltender's playing better, a little better defensively overall. Everybody's kind of adjusted. It feels like the Stampede have the momentum. It's just a matter of what they do.
One thing I really noticed from Stampede that period as well is just really nice crisp passing through the neutral. I said there'd be a bit of a key to the game with Dunedin dominating so much in the neutral zone last night. You could see a bit of a change in tactic there. Stampede carrying it into their zone really well.
Let's take a look at the 2 goals.
Yes.
So this is a shot coming up here first. We'll take a look at all the replays here. But a good stop there by Brooks. And I think this was from the other side, so won't see too much on that one. Here comes the first goal. Now, I think it was Rain Walsh here had it on his stick for just a moment, and let's see if we can get this on the other side. Now here's where it really becomes tough. Right there, he had that momentary possession, but then you see you only have one Dunedin player, and I'm going to draw a line here, and it's going to be a little bit squirrely, but it goes well. Maybe we won't draw a line here because but you can see the 2 Stampede players right in that middle. And you force a Dunedin Thunder player to make a decision, and that's how goals get scored.
You've got McCarg sitting right there on the pads, ready to clean anything up. No defenseman there clearing out in front of Shook.
And the shot here, that was another opportunity for the Stampede. You see it come up here. But in this case, you see them take the angle and give Shook a better chance of making that stop. Now here's Gene. Now this one's interesting. Sorry, that was the prior shot. Well, we'll see that when Gene was released on that, if we get that replay, I thought that was really key. Once again, you see Connor Jean with a chance.
That was a great high-angle shot there from Rusky Jones as well. You watch him pick this up on the back of his stick, cross-body, get the shot away.
And you see it was Max Herring taking a chance. Now here's the other goal, and you get Shook.
We'll see a good angle of it behind the net. You can see he's just really out of position there. Got caught up, dished it straight out. Harrison sends it home. He's not giving up a gift like that.
So and the remainder, but those are the 2 goals, and both of them very quality chances for the Stampede. This not flukes. We saw a lot of flukes yesterday with the off the skates and things that you don't normally see.
Back off the back of the goalie and things like that.
Yeah. Today that's pretty straight ahead. And there's that one again where you just Shuck's got to take a chance there because he's out of position. He's got to make some sort of a stretch.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
not much you could do on that one, getting drawn that far out around behind the net.
Now, and the one thing I'm really seeing is the adjustment that I see the Stampede have made. They are going to make as many passes across. Sometimes it's called the golden line or the midline. It's basically you draw a line from the center of the ice straight through a goal, which bisects the rink.
Yep.
And the more times you pass from your teammate to teammate across that line, you make everybody move. And I've noticed that the Stampede are very much focused on moving the Thunder side to side because they haven't been very comfortable being able to just jump out on a player. They have to see the puck going horizontally, and then they get good shots.
Yeah, quite nice vertical passing from Stampede as well there, you know, having the Dunedin Thunder player step up on the puck carrier, and the second Stampede player is getting behind, and then they're just dropping that little vertical pass straight, catching the Dunedin defending player a little bit flat-footed, making their way up the ice. Again, really good work through the neutral zone there from the Stampede.
And that takes us through the end of the first intermission. Very interesting story. Can't wait to see the second, but Joel, thank you.
It's going to tell the tale the second, that's for sure.
It sure is. All right, we'll take it back upstairs to the team after a break.
No mai hagi mai. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at the Queenstown Ice Arena in beautiful Queenstown. We're getting ready here for period 2 in game 2 of this final series, best of 3. I'm Matt Whiven here with Dave Dubman. Big thanks to Matt Chavez and Joel Breton for that intermission show. Dave, it's 2-0 to the SkyCity Stampede. They've come out hard here in this game number 2.
Yeah, I don't like to be a soothsayer, but if we drag back 24 hours, Stampede came in hard.
Yeah, they did.
Big first period. So, and they're going into this again with a penalty kill, which means that they're going to have to work super hard. Slippery ice. Everybody's had a rest, and they've got a big plan. I think the Thunder will have a big plan. Hopefully SkyCity Stampede won't be such good hosts tonight as they were last night. Yeah, like I say, these fans just crazy.
Oh, they're bringing the noise, aren't they? They really are. And I want to say what a recurring theme we've had this year in the NZIHL, where we've had one team come out on a Friday night or a Saturday, have a big win, but then the next game has been the complete opposite. Now, this game's still got 40 minutes to go, but we've seen the Stampede dominated some periods of play, and they've probably had the rub of the wood.
So, to add to your point, there have been 9 weekends of Thunder hockey. 9 weekends in a row, they've split. So, they had a win last night. They have to buck the trend here to win the cup. And they do have 2 chances. However, I've never seen a team flip-flop every single weekend, and they've managed to get 1 win and 1 loss every single weekend.
And it's usually been a pretty decisive loss in a lot of them too. It hasn't been like it's they lost 3-2 or they lost by a late goal. It was usually just 2 different teams.
We're ready for another period of hockey here. Gene facing off against Otis. Puck rolls in behind Shook, picked up by Marcel. Lead pass to Beckstead. Beckstead over the red line. Remembering that SkyCity Stampede are on the penalty kill. Stegman on the blue line. Beckstead back to Stegman. Shot. Good idea, leading Otis in front, looking for the rebound, trying to get a piece of that puck as it drifted past.
Yeah, maybe want to take away the eyes of Brooks just a little bit more there, but he's trying to look for that tip. We think he scored one last night off a deflection in front, and he has got a few this year. So has Rain Walsh. So those are the 2 guys in the slot looking for those deflections or those rebounds.
Back to the point. Beckstead taps it up. It's kept in nicely by Beckstead. Roth taps it down. Flight horses out for the Stampede. Stegman over the blue line. He's got Walsh drifting. Bad time to change as Beckstead came off and Eden got tangled up on the boards coming on. LaSalle on his own blue line. Eden picks up his pass on the blue line. LaSalle on the blue line. Shot, kick to the corner. Stegman, LaSalle. Across to Eden. Eden, slapper. And off something and somebody, and then the net.
I think that was
Rusky Jones or Campbell.
Yeah. Well, Rusky Jones, yeah.
Tall piece of timber, that guy. Both of them, Rusky Jones and Campbell.
You might not get it over him, but maybe you can go underneath him, you know?
Yeah. Over. If it's over him, it's somewhere in the clouds. Face off in the left of Brooks to the corner. Roth off the glass and to the red line. Sneaky Devlin picks up the cross ice shot and scores as Freer Devlin pulls a sneaky one coming out of the box.
Yeah, that's what it was. Tristan Darling didn't know that he was coming back onto the ice.
Are dealing with 2 things, not capitalizing on that power play.
Yeah.
And then moments into the 5-on-5. But still, lots of hockey to play.
Yeah, it kills a lot of momentum when you're on that power play. You don't get the opportunities you want, and then you give one up. It's just an absolute momentum killer.
McCog along the boards. Chalice trying to pick up a tripping penalty there, but he can't. And here's Rusky Jones over the blue line. Rusky Jones still has it. Dances it all the way in and gets a bit of a shot, but Shook is all over that. Shot, and Brooks sends it into the corner. Boniface taps it in. LaSalle now. LaSalle off the glass, trying to do a tight angle shot. Great work by Herring to keep handle on that puck and tap it back in. And off the boards to the red line, where picked up by Walsh, carries to the corner. Puck bouncing in front. And here's a chance for Gene, who's muscled off the puck at the last second. Behind the net is Eden. Centering pass by Devlin, but it bounces behind the net. Devlin being pushed around. Crowd not liking that. Shot from the point. Stampede has a little bit of time here. And a puck. Here's a chance for Orr having over the blue line shot. And it's off the timber. That could have been a dangerous bouncing puck in a normal world.
Go down. It's at Watson, Dave.
Yeah. All right, Devlin behind his net. He's got Freer with him. Freer carrying. Chalice passes to no one. Devlin. Flight now on the blue line. Flight taps it into the corner. Harrison giving chase. Big battle for it. Here's a chance. Walsh.
2-on-1.
Centering.
Oh, I thought that I saw something go in the back of the net, but I am dreaming.
You were dreaming and wishing, Devlin. You wouldn't know that Thunder have a penalty. Look at the hustle they've got on at the moment. They are putting everything out there. Freer to the corner with Flight.
Penalty should be over.
4 seconds.
We're getting some.
Chalice starts to move it to the corner. Still has it. Penalty is over. And Gene fires it in. Big hustle now from the Stampede. Behind the net. Freer shot. Glove. Batted to the corner. Back to Freer again. Freer taps to the corner. Picked up by LaSalle. LaSalle still has it behind the net. Being muscled around though. He's got tackled.
That's penalty coming up on LaSalle.
I'm not sure who's got the penalty there.
Interference.
Yeah. LaSalle will go for interference on that one on Devlin.
On Devlin. Yeah, there's no love lost there.
None.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Begstead just cooling LaSalle down a bit. But since the beginning of this game, penalties haven't produced much. They haven't had any results, Matt.
Well, not for the Thunder anyway, apart from that short-handed one. But you can't keep giving the Stampede opportunities, can you?
No,
you really can't. Oh, Begstead had his head down there, and Connor Jean just laid into him.
Begstead with the puck. Pass to Stegman. Stegman moving across the blue line. Pass. Shot by Otis. Big shot again by Otis on that rebound. And it goes behind the net.
Guys, I think we just let the Thunder play with 4 the whole game here, right?
Yeah. Can we? Shot. Puck deflected behind the net. Once again, the Thunder are not playing a defensive role here. They're full forecheck.
Well, and part of that, you have to be concerned if you're the Stampede. You don't want to give up yet another shorthanded goal. You don't want to overcommit in these situations. It makes this much more nervous.
Shot scores.
Oh, what a
Connor
shot.
Jean.
Up over the shoulder of Toby Shook. Just like that, the 3-goal lead restored.
Yeah. There must have been about a postage size, stamp size hole there.
I think you're being generous. Shuck was in a position, but that puck goes up quickly, and that's something I think that he will want back, honestly. But that's not to say that Gene didn't hit a small target. He really did. That was a great snipe.
Wow, that's another power play goal for the SkyCity Stampede.
Right. And, I mean, the Thunder are just, well, they really want to end this tonight. They're hungry for this. That penalty kill was spectacular, even though it was...
Question is, how many times are you going to give them a chance like that?
Yeah.
And eventually, you're going to get an odd man rush, what you saw there, beats the defender, hits a good shot. There's too much quality on the ice for the Stampede to be giving them that many opportunities and not expect it to pay off for the Stampede. That may have hit post there, too.
I think it did.
There was a shout from the Thunder crowd. They thought it had gone in.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Brooks went to answer his phone. the bell rang. That was very close.
What a
Great
move.
work.
Will Barry
So
do
you
a
see
good
there's
job.
no Thunder in front of the... now they're drifting in front of the net. Back to the corner. Trying to center. Puck rolling around, and Brooks hanging on to that.
Sneaky little pass from behind the net.
That
Just
was.
a little redirection back in front. Brooks had to be sharp there.
Great work by both teams. And finally fired up, forcing Freer to bat it into the red line. Otis, Lewis shot. Brooks gloving that. Though that timing is tough. Like, does he drop it? Do I stay or do I go, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I get it. There was pursuit, but it wasn't heavy pursuit. Matt.
Yeah, I just want to give a bit of a apology to the audience. We've had some problems with YouTube. It's looks like it's sorted out here, but thanks for staying with us.
So they haven't heard our lovely voices for the last little while.
Oh, they have. On and off.
I hope they didn't miss the best parts. You had a wonderful joke there. I hope they didn't miss that, Dave.
Which part
Centering
was that?
pass. Sorry. We were interrupted by a hockey game here. Great end-to-end action. Amston to the neutral zone. Freer taps it to the blue line. That's Lewis. Little sneaky little shot, forcing Brooks to kick it into the slot, and Brooks forced to make another save.
So there's a big difference between what happened right there and what happened yesterday between Girard and Brooks. Eden had a chance there where he was coming across from the left side, and instead of giving up a big rebound, now he fumbled it a little bit, but Brooks had that puck in his glove and stopped play before Eden could get a second shot. He was dangerous enough yesterday. He got the winning goal, but in this case, you have Brooks playing really well and controlling rebounds outside of his crease.
It ain't his first rodeo.
That's a penalty coming up.
Or, no.
That'll be Hurring going off.
Don't know why he would get involved like that. Roby making a stupid involvement there. Not necessary.
No, you've already got the call.
Yes, why would he do that?
You're risking getting a roughing call as well. Max Hurring, I think, is getting done for interference.
And we'll just see. Roby got away very luckily there, because I don't think the referees are putting up with any nonsense.
Hurring was getting beaten to the puck, so he just grabbed a hold of Max Roth and did a little too much. And the referees called the interference or the roughing, but it's a power play for the Stampede. Another opportunity here with the extra man.
Behind the net. Beckstead's without lid.
He has to go.
He's
He has
lost
to
his
leave.
lid. He's got to go.
And he's wondering why there might not have been a roughing for the way he lost his helmet.
Yes.
You know,
that happened last night as well. Here's a chance. Stegman. Amston shot. Rebound live.
And that's a penalty on Gene coming up here as well.
Yeah, he's hooked him really good there.
Yeah, they're going to call it a slash. I don't think they're interested in any kind of penalty shot here because it was already pretty deep in the zone.
Yeah.
But that will negate the penalty that just happened.
All that opportunity.
Both these teams showing a willingness to turn the puck around and go the other way in a hurry.
Yeah. Matt, you were saying that you like the 4-on-4 because it gives us Thunder a chance to spread themselves out, and this what they're used to.
Yeah, it would feel more like their home arena, and it was effective yesterday because one of the goals from Loisel, I think it was the the fourth one of the game was exactly that. It was a 4-on-4 goal. Oh, no, sorry, it was the Eden goal, the fifth one.
In the back, Stegman and Flight was hit in the back by that puck, and Stegman picked that up. Disheartened, Stegman's a little disheartened. Crowd's liking something or not liking something.
I think they're calling for the referees to go visit Specsavers on that offside. I mean, it was close, but I think it was offside. Cole Bixon was trying to get back over the blue line. Just a hair of a second too slow.
I think, not sure what the call is there. Harrison up there beside Beckstead, or against Flight. Off the referee's leg. Flight, he hits Harrison. Cross ice. Shot from Flight. End-to-end action here with Beckstead. Boogies along that right side. Pushed to the corner. Off the and again, those low beams getting in the way. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left. Penalty to the Stampede, 1 minute to 27 seconds. Penalty to the Thunder, 1 minute exactly. All right, face off to the left of Brooks. Walsh against Devlin. Battling for it on the blue line. Tapping it in was Lossell. Eden with Rusky Jones. Still in the corner is Rusky Jones. He starts to move it out. Rusky Jones still has it. Makes a move. Still has it. Carries behind the net. No arm goes up. Crowd doesn't like that. Big lead pass to Eden. Eden on the blue line. Leaves for Stegman. He had Walsh absolutely open on the back door.
Yep, Walsh was staring at him.
Yeah, he wanted that pass. If it had got through to him, it was a sure thing. That was an empty net goal for Walsh, but it just didn't quite go across the top of the paint line enough.
Yeah, Brooks just tapped that back. Wow, that was so close. All right, face off to the right of Brooks. Puck rolling in front. Chalice picks it up in the corner. Here's some hustle by Roth. Over the blue line, shot off an ankle. Carries behind the net. Turned over, Otis feeds Beckstead. Beckstead on the red line. He's got LaSalle with him, and offside is the call.
Yeah, he just did a little move right before he entered the zone.
He zigged when he should have zagged.
Yeah. And just as administrative, Herring just popped out of the box because that was that is right. Expired. So it will be 5-on-4 for 26 seconds for the Thunder.
Face off from the offside dot.
Just saw Luke Stegman leave the ice. He had a holding his leg up. He took that block shot to the ankle from Max Roth. So a little hurt, but I think he'll be fine.
Here's Devlin. Still hustling for it. Devlin, great motor as it's knocked into the corner. Still smiling as he goes down. Wolf over the blue line. Back to the, around the, behind the net. Beckstead with it. Beckstead.
5-on-5.
Still backhand again. Puck rolling around and just out of Aston Brooks's reach. Good work by Gene. He doesn't hit Frere on the blue line. And it's batted down, forcing Rusky Jones all the way back. Big lead pass to Frere. Frere taps it into Thunder zone. So lucky there. Rusky Jones makes a leg save because I think it was Stegman who was all alone there. Lewis now on the blue line. Lewis over the red line. Knocked into the boards by Roth. And Brooks forces the cover up. And LaSalle and Roth saying hello.
Yeah, I think Roth just sort of guided Loisel into Brooks there as he leant over to his left to pin that puck against the side of the goal there. And of course, you know, you touch the opposition's goalie, you're going to get a little
yeah, definitely the holy grail, the goalie. All right, face off to the left of Brooks. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, second period. 4-1 for the SkyCity Stampede. Shot high by Stegman. Batted up, forcing it all the way down the ice. Stegman carries behind his net, being harassed by Roby. Turned over by Freer. Freer on the red line. Over the red line, fires it around to Roby. Roby aims at Darling, but Darling dances past that one. That was well done by Darling. Harrison taps it in. Behind the net is Flight. Centering pass couldn't be collected, and it rolls all the way down into Stampede zone. Freer behind his own net. Being harassed by Otis, and here's a chance. Centering pass couldn't be collected. Otis just hungry as Roth, which is a very unusual move, ended up going down on his own accord. Huge forechecking here by the Thunder, hungry for that goal. Behind the net, back to the point. Stegman can't keep that in.
Just a bouncing puck there.
Unlucky. And feeding it in. Forcing Stampede back to their own zone, keeping it in. Was Stegman. Bouncing and high stick is the call.
But we've got 30 seconds left in this second period, Dave.
Holy moly.
Shots are pretty even from both these teams. Just a Stampede with a couple of power play goals, giving them that separation. But I just feel that there's chances on both sides. It could have gone into the back of the net. So it's still, I feel like a pretty evenly matched game.
Face off. Back to the shot. Bounces to the corner. Devlin. And turned around by the Thunder. Thunder lead pass to Lewis. Lewis can't control it on the red line. Amston made a pass to no one, and it's picked up and turned around with Loisel. Shot just wide. Big clutter in front. And that ends the first period. Lockie Freer getting dumped royally, helmet off by, I believe that was Loisel.
Yeah, I didn't really see it. I just saw someone on the ice without a helmet on.
Yeah, so guys, what we're gonna do, and this is just for preventative measures, right? So we are going to take the full 15-minute break. So for everybody that's watching, this is a great time for you to go get a snack.
No, listen to us. Listen to us.
No, yeah, hey, stop it, Dave. So take a break. We're going to put up a timer, something that we normally do for our regular games, but for finals, we hadn't done it yet. We're going to put up 15 minutes. We're going to do some technical wizardry and see if we can get a bit more of a stable connection out of what is a pretty tough situation here. And we will see you back here for the start of the third period. We'll see you shortly.
No mai, hope mai. Welcome back, everyone, to the Queenstown Ice Arena here in beautiful Queenstown. We're getting ready for period 3 here in game number 2. Queenstown SkyCity Stampede have a 4-1 lead coming into this third period. They've had a couple of power play goals, and that's got them to this nice lead that they have. Dave, the Thunder have got 20 minutes to try and seal this victory ahead of them. They've got to play better than what they have so far.
Yeah, well, the box.
Yeah.
I know everybody's sick and tired of me saying that, but it's the making of the game at the moment. A bit of frustration with that. Stampede have done well keeping those shots from outside, only outside, and the Thunder need to get inside, create some clutter in front, create some deflections in order to get a goal or two. So we're going to see. We're very close to the start of this third period. We're going to see what the plan is.
Yeah, they really do need to get on the board early here, the Dunedin Thunder. The SkyCity Stampede already got 10 championship trophies. Looking for a 6th consecutive one. They need to win here tonight if they want this game to go to a third one. And with a 3-goal lead, they probably are feeling good about the way they're playing, but they know just how much this firepower the Thunder have. That last semi-final was an absolute blistering offensive attack from the Thunder, so they have got it in them.
Yeah, if it goes to 3, there's another element of just legs.
Yeah.
You know, like teams are used to playing 2-game series. That's normal.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. We're moments away. Ryan hits on the referee and Ryan Kynes. The referee. Puck dropped and railed into Thunder zone. Thunder battling for it. But the Stampede get a shot away from the blue line. Just tapped back in by Freer behind the net. No one there to collect it. Kept in though. Just. Louisel in his own zone behind the net. Lightly harassed by Freer. A smattering of harassment. And Walsh picks it up on the red line. Starts to move fast. Dances. Can't quite collect on that last stick handle that he made. Turned over. Devlin with it on the red line. Devlin carries to the corner. Tries to tap it in front. Shook stops that from happening. Back to the point from Harris. Shot and great work by Shook to gobble that up.
Yeah, no rebound with some players in front of him from the SkyCity Stampede. Nice safe start for Toby Shook. He kept that one out from Dylan Devlin as well. We saw a goal last night, Connor Harrison just sort of poking it into the legs of Toby Shook when he took a big swing with his stick. That time around he was able to get a good piece of the puck.
No rebound left, yeah. Puck railed around Harrison in the corner. 2 Thunder players. Beckstead ends up with it. Over the blue line, Beckstead taps it. Forcing it into the corner. Shot.
Oh, what a
save. Outstanding save by Aston Brooks. That's why he is who he is. Goaltender Brooks. Back to the point. Shot. Off the glass. Hurrying with it now. Behind the net. Stampede struggling to get it out of their own zone. Great work there by the Thunder. Hungry for that goal, number 2. Shot up, kept in by Herring. Amston with it now. Amston just sits back on it as the Thunder back off.
That may have been the save of the game.
Off the glass, puck bounces kind of in front. Everybody goes down on it.
Seems to be a slow motion to the ice there.
Bit of ice capades happening there. And Shook covers up another shot from the point.
So that's 2 good saves by Shook. Don't want to take anything away because he didn't give up a rebound. It's exactly what the Thunder needed, but Aston Brooks, that is the save of the playoffs for me.
Yeah, the Thunder busted out of there last time and ended up in that zone, having some great opportunities with Brooks making that spectacular slide across save. Walsh behind his net. Talon now. Talon taps it up to Barry. Barry collects it again on the blue line. Pushed off the puck, though, by Roth. McCog. Pushed into the boards. Boniface can't collect it. Puck rolls free. Big. And there's a bit of, we'll see.
He's got one of the Stampede.
Yeah. That'll be Rusky Jones going to the, I think, no.
It's a slash.
Yeah, I'm just seeing who's going in. Is it McCog? No?
Well, this is a big power play for the Dunedin Thunder. They've been given an opportunity here to close this lead up.
Jordan Chalice.
Thank you.
They really do need to take this opportunity here on the power play.
All right. Devlin up against Otis. Back to the corner. Picked up by Otis. Or Walsh, sorry. And tapped up. Bouncing puck. And it's all the way out where Gene gives chase. Just tapped off his stick. Here's a chance for Gene. Picks a rolling puck up. Centering pass. No one there. And Gene picks up another rolling puck. Passes all the way back to in his own zone where Freer collects it and saucers it on target.
Thunder just weren't settling that puck down there. They were just trying to move it a little bit too quickly.
All right. Beckstead on the red line over the blue line. Carries to the corner behind the net. Beckstead across to Stegman now. Beckstead. Front for Walsh. Walsh took a little bit too much time there in that slot. That's got to be a quick one. And Amston taps it on the goal. And what they needed, face off in that Thunder zone.
Just not getting the passes to quite go to the right stick. They're in behind the player, they're in front, they can't corral it for the quick shot.
Spacing is an issue right now, guys, with the Thunder power play. They are not getting out of the lanes of the Stampede, and that's just playing right into their hands.
Stegman behind the net, Lewisell, sorry. Otis on the red line. Otis has got Walsh with him. Otis screening Brooks tremendously. Otis has it behind the net now. He still has it. He's Beckstead across to Lewisell. Lewisell shot, blocked, up and tapped out. Again, giving the Stampede a chance for a line change. Stegman moves it up with Beckstead. Beckstead hustling along that right side, does it all himself. Shot, kick to the corner by Brooks. Stegman keeping it in. Back to the corner. Batted back to Stegman. Stegman cross ice to Lewisell. One-timer.
Oh, they hit the crossbar.
Again, Lewisell, Stegman, and finally sinks it.
Wow, tenacity pays off for this power play for the Dunedin Thunder. They kept at it. They won a few pucks along the loose boards, and then they just finally got one through the traffic.
15 minutes, 10 seconds left. Stampede 4, Thunder 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. The fans paid full price for a full seat, and they're just sitting on the edge of it. They're just using the edge. This is such a good game.
Some of them aren't even using any of it. They're on their feet for this whole game.
Listen to that raucous crowd. So, Flight getting bailed up, turned around. LaSalle can't collect that, but he keeps it in. And onto Gene's stick. Gene over the blue line. He's got McCog skating in, can't collect it behind the net. Forced to the corner. Back around behind in the corner. Back to Freer, taps it back into the corner where McCog gives chase and collects his, feeds Freer. Freer centers, no one there to pick it up except his brother in the neutral zone.
Changes from the Stampede.
Behind the net, Thunder. Otis and Beckstead circling Oh, Begstead puts on the Jets. Motivated. Shot.
Looking for that same spot above the shoulder of Ashton Brooks that Connor James found earlier.
Back behind the net. Otis with it. Good hustle. And here's a chance for Jack Roby. Jack Roby marching in. Took two to take him off the puck. Otis picks it up on the blue lane. Otis can't hit. Stegman turned around. Rusky Jones just backhands it in. And Stegman picks that up. Stegman, big lead pass.
Might not have touched that. Big Sid, yeah.
He didn't get a chance to touch that.
He was looking to play it off the rebound from the boards. Stegman wants the call to be overturned because he thinks he did touch it, but I don't think Big Steps there not protesting that one.
No, the referee was right there, or linesman was right there. All right, puck to the left of Shook.
Third line out here for the Stampede.
Beckstead with it on the blue line, turns, feeds Walsh, taps it in to the Stampede corner. It's railed around, picked up by McCog, batted back in by the Thunder. McCog can't get a piece of that as Amston tries to hit him, and icing is the call. Miscommunication there. Oh my goodness.
Well, we were saying the next goal was going to be important for this third period. And we were saying that beforehand. It is critical. Now we're down to 2 goals. This is a much more manageable third period with a lot more time for the Thunder to do what they need to do offensively here.
Very sticky at the moment. Lots of sticks everywhere. Great harassment there by McCog. Almost collecting it.
Oh, Joe Wall blew a tire at the boards.
Turned around by Orr on the blue line. Orr tries to center.
Oh, that's funny bounce. Oh, high stick. Oh, that was a weird bounce.
That was a very weird bounce. Little bit of pickleball there, you reckon?
I think the way it bounces, I don't know if Ashton had seen it up in the air, but it was a high stick anyway, so.
That was funny. Brooks actually said to Freer over there, you could tell, he's like, try not to score on me.
Yeah, that would be a bad thing.
Hey, funnily enough, tonight we haven't seen the goalies put the goal in the back of the net themselves.
Stop it. Ooh, jeez.
You are aware of the curse that works up here, right?
Yeah, oh my goodness, yeah. Certain words we don't use here, Mike.
Maybe they used them all up last night.
Good save.
Hopefully.
Uh-oh.
Wilson just took a tumble.
Oh, they scored. That went behind him.
Devlin, dirty bounce, kicked in. Oh, Matt.
I feel bad. I feel really bad.
Let's see if Shook had a piece of this. Let's have a look.
It bounced over his pads and sort of rolled in between his legs.
Yeah. Would you call that a Thunder blunder? No. Unable to collapse on that puck.
I think there was a tip.
There was a tip.
From Devlin, yeah. Devlin got either his foot or his stick on that one. Redirected it towards the goal.
Yeah, no blunder there. That's just hard luck.
Yeah, just the dirty bounces of that puck. But that just puts that spread in there again.
It started from Regan Wilson losing his footing.
Yes,
allowing Lachlan Freer to go get that puck in the corner.
And that would happen once in a blue moon. Puck bouncing in front. In the slot. Herring taking a shot, blocked by Connor Harrison. Kept in by Otis, though. Railed around to the far side. And again, kept in. And cleared out down the ice.
The Stampede effort to get in front of shots tonight has been unbelievably good.
Yeah, Connor Harrison did a great dive there. Here's a job chance from.
That's going to be a slash coming up on Hurring.
Puck
doesn't matter. So that goal, they've got to talk about this. There's a slash, no goal. There's no goal.
They've waved it off. It won't be because of the slash from Jack Lewis, though.
No, they're going to call that goaltender interference. Slash is the call. It's only 5.
So now what's the call? Because there was a slash against the Dunedin Thunder to start that play.
Yes, and that is a delayed penalty, but they wave off the goal, and I can't tell you exactly why they waved it off. I believe it's goaltender interference, but the penalty still stands, so it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Stampede when we start up again with a face-off in their offensive zone, but there will not be an additional goal because that did not count. If it had counted, the penalty would not be on the board.
Right.
Yeah, that was a bad giveaway from Ian Orders here.
That's the slash.
So there's no one in the box here for the Thunder. Anyone in the box on your side, Matt?
Oh, no. But it'll be Mr. Hurring once that gets figured out.
And he's looking dazed and confused, but they're not putting Hurring in the box. They're putting Rout in the box.
Okay, I don't understand that one, but that might be, don't get that.
All right.
That may be, unless he came off for an injury or something, but can't explain that one because the slash was pretty easy called, and the arm went up at that moment.
Yeah. All right. All we know, 5-on-4 for the Stampede. No goal was counted.
Correct.
5-2. Stampede with the power play. Back to the point. Amston across. Gene Amston. Shot just off the post. Kept in. Back to the point. Roth with it now. Roth. McCog. Roth. Great work. Great work by Joe Orr.
He tried to sell a call there as well.
Turned up by Amston. Amston leaves for Roth. Roth over the blue line. Shot. Blocker save by Toby Shook. Cross ice to Amston. Amston back. Shot. Gene. Big bounce. And a great clear by the Thunder. Forcing Amston back behind his net. Amston leaving Roth. Roth leaving for Devlin. Big lead pass to Freer. Freer shot. Blocker save. Batted back out. Here's Freer forced to collect it behind his own goal line. Starts to move it forward. Freer leaving dangerously for Eden, almost getting that. McCog and Hurring in the corner. Walsh clearing it up. Hitting his own player. And big hustle by LaSalle. And moved up forward by the Thunder.
30 seconds remaining, power play.
Swell play there by Walsh to keep that puck control. Still working on it. Walsh muscles his way in. LaSalle with it on the point. Shot blocked by Devlin. Devlin tries to feed Flight, but he can't. And Walsh gets that on his own blue line. Turned around by Herring. Intercepted. Gene with it. Gene muscles his way. Short angle shot. Big rebound. No one there to collect that.
Penalty
Turned around.
expired.
Eden up against Rusty Jones. Shot. Rusty Jones gets the stick knocked out of his hand, but still makes a bit of a play. And Brooks pushes the puck to the side. Now it's behind the net. Freer with it. Freer up against cross ice to Gene.
5-on-5 now.
So well done to the Thunder, killing that penalty. Beckstead with it. Beckstead on the red line. Starts to move it over the blue line. Shot drifting high. That was kind of a weird rising fastball. Amston. Roby off of Roby takes a hit into the boards in an unfortunate place.
Looked dramatic, didn't it?
Yeah. Big lead pass, but icing will be the call.
Wow, that's fast and furious, Matt, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you've got 8 minutes to go here, so you're going to have to start thinking about the Thunder taking some pretty unreasonable chances to get back in this game. Now, remember, this is a 3-game series. There is no aggregate. There's no. This is the Thunder's one of 2 chances to get over the line for the Cup. This is the Stampede showing their championship pedigree to stay in this series.
Back to the push shot. Block it by a leg. Roby feeding Harrison. Harrison can't. Is muscled off the puck at the last minute. Chalice trying to collect it from the Thunder, but the Thunder move it out. Stegman across ice to Beckstead. Beckstead on the blue line. Cross ice to... and Lewis whiffs on the... as Flight went down to block. Stegman in the corner. Stegman behind the net. Got Chalice on the chase. And Harrison tapping it down ice. And icing is the call.
Guys, I did want to give a bit of a observation here. There is one team on the ice that is having a really good game, and that is Team Stripes, because there have been plenty of embellishment situations that they have not called tonight. And kudos to them. It has been a very well-called game.
Here's what the Thunder want. Face off in that zone with a tired Stampede line. Shot. Deflected just high. And again, rolling out. Getting caught on the line change. Otis with it on the blue line. Shot. Wow, that was very good work by Brooks. And Rusky Jones behind his own net starts to move it out. He hits Campbell. Campbell can't control it on the blue line. Turned around by Orr. Otis with it along the boards. Not out though. Tapped but not out. Stegman controls. Shot. Puck bounces high. Just out of Brooks's reach. Behind the net. Orr feeds Stegman's shot. And Brooks gobbles that up.
Aston Brooks has had a phenomenal game. He's faced almost 40 shots. He's only allowed 2, and he's made some 10 bell saves here in this third period.
His positioning has been excellent as well. He's not been caught in a bad spot where he's had to reach, other than the one that crossed the midline, which was dramatic, but he made that save too. So what a great game he's having so far.
Face off to the left of Brooks. In the corner, behind the net now. Puck bounces in onto the face-off dot. Still kept in. Great hustle there by Lewis. Puck back behind the net. Kept in again. Finally tapped to the red line. Turned around by Gene, but can't control it. Feds. Beckstead with it over the blue line. Beckstead shot. Puck bounces in front. Dangerous spot for it. Couldn't be collected by the Thunder.
That could be interference, is it? Arms stay down. That was,
arms are down.
Close. That was borderline by Yarin.
All right. Beckstead across ice. Lewis can't control that. And it rolls behind the net. Roth and Beckstead behind the net, fighting for it. Centering pass. And fired up and out. Justice. Oh, it might be shot on net, actually. So no icing is the call. Boy, you couldn't plan that. Great lead pass. Shot, Lascelles, or can't get a piece of that. Brooks was scrambling there, so it was a little bit, maybe for his stick, was it?
Yeah, he was moving across, and they just had a good cross-ice pass, but the deflection went straight up into the roof, and that's why you got to stop.
Yeah, Eden just couldn't quite get that puck off the stick fast enough as Brooks was coming across.
So we're looking at 5-minute shot through a bunch of legs. Stegman on the point, cross ice to the south, shot high, puck bounces off the glass. Orr picks up the puck just over the blue line, and Roth with it. Roth, cross ice to Harrison. Harrison controls, fires it in.
5 minutes to go, guys.
Thank you. LaSalle with it. Big cross ice pass. Orr has it. Orr feeds Stegman. Stegman still has it. Behind the net. Lewis skating in unattached and can't get the shot away. Everybody thought he was going to pass.
Yeah.
And he just skated it in front of the net.
And again, Stampede just getting a stick on the shot at the right time.
Amston with it. Amston, backhand, behind the net.
And you see the Stampede leaving 3 or 4 at the blue line here for the rest of the game in those offensive chances.
Yeah, Thunder are going to have to start trying to get someone up high, looking for that stretch pass.
That's Rusky Jones with it now, skating in, scores, and Rusky Jones single-handedly. I believe everybody thought he was going to dump pass.
That's a great power move to the front of the net. He threatened to do that earlier in the game, and this time he just beats his man, takes it straight to the net, and puts it past Toby Shuck for goal number 6.
Yeah, that would have been a candidate for goaltender interference, except the puck was already in at the time that it happened.
Yeah. Wow. So we're looking at 6-2.
6-2, 4-goal lead with only
Some serious heavy
something left.
Some serious heavy lifting needed by the Thunder in the next 4 minutes.
40 shots apiece. Certainly getting their entertainment here, this crowd, aren't
Yeah, they sure are. Look at the hustle from that Thunder group. Still in it, still know that they need to put a stamp on it somehow. Darling in the corner. Lewis with it now. Lewis hits Herring. Herring on the blue line. He's got... And Begstead goes for it. Brooks taps to the corner. Centering, can't make it there. Freer feeds the corner. And McCog, cross ice pass to Freer. Freer feeds Devlin, but Devlin can't quite catch it. Turned around. Walsh over the blue line. Walsh over the red line. Over the blue line, still moving with it. And loses it to Rusky Jones. Setting up shot. Big body save by Rusky Jones. And the puck bounces overboard.
Yeah, puck's in the bench over here. That's what happened.
It's a tough look for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why I'm over here, right?
Yeah. You got my back.
We're kind of at that less than a goal per minute rate here. So you're gonna have to start thinking about Thunder. Are gonna have to start thinking about managing the rest of this game.
Shot blocked, bounces to the corner. Harrison bats it and out. I think it was waved off, so Flight gives chase. Flight bounces off of Stegman. Flight fighting for it in the corner. Still battling for it. Stampede will not want a penalty. Neither do the Thunder.
No, just killing time down here. These two players for the Stampede, Roby and Flight, doing a great job.
And finally pushed around
comes off the clock is
Roby.
good for them.
Yeah, moving it out now, but can't get it out. Flight shot bounces to the red line and off a leg. Big feed pass. And the Stampede have it in their own zone. Rusky Jones couldn't stand up. He had a good... And that's the first time Brooks has actually sort of missed a catch. And that was a funny bounce.
It was an awkward one over the top of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hit the glass, came back, ended up in the seam between the plastic and the netting, which is why the stop and play there.
All right. Matt, I'm just wondering, have you got Flexi Saver?
I drove, Dave.
Oh.
I knew better.
Yeah, I'm just saying, looks like, well, no, I won't say anything yet. Here's LaSalle on the blue line. Shot! Wide. Big lead pass, Campbell. Campbell all by himself. Shot off the glass. Puck bounces in front. Can't be picked up. And the net's gone sideways.
Yeah, so we're going to get a penalty shot here, guys. So you're going to really, this one's a bit of a stretch. So Loisel, you'll see Loisel took the net off of the moorings during a scoring opportunity. He's going to, that's going to count for a penalty shot. That is by the rules. That is, there's no option here.
Yeah, that old chestnut. LaSalle just trying to be sneaky.
So I guess what we really should be talking about here while we get ready for this penalty shot is let's make the schedule. We've got a game 3 coming up here.
Yeah.
And the cup is
all right,
still
Matt,
in the building.
People will be wondering, the most important thing, tickets.
Oh yeah, tickets. 9 a.m. tomorrow online.
Right.
New Zealand time. For those of you joining us from other areas.
And you get the lilting voice of Matt Chavez and I tomorrow night.
Wow.
Off the post.
Is it 3 posts? 2 at least.
And then the head.
Yeah, 2 and a head. That's a different one. Boing, boing, off the head.
Boing, boing. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know that you could have done that again in a month of Sundays, but that's
off his own
different.
head too.
Off his own head, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, shoosh, why not? Well, it's been a heck of a game, that's for sure.
Yeah, so they've got Campbell, young Campbell out there. We've got Tyler Challoner, who has had limited game time this year, but he is such a pit bull out there. He hustles, so we'll see how he goes. He's out there with McCog and Devlin. We got True. All right, last minute and a half left in this second game. Challoner back to Campbell. Campbell whiffs on that shot, forcing True to give chase. He's being Lewis harassed. But Stegman with it. Stegman over the blue line. Great work there by Challoner, and it's knocked over the blue line, forcing the Thunder back into their own zone. Challoner hustling, getting knocked down behind the net. Big lead pass. Broken up, forcing Brooks to make the save, though, with that slap. Railing it around and up and out with only 45 seconds left. Lewis Sell hits Devlin in the leg. Lewis picks that up on his own blue line. Last dance for the night. Here, shot. He's just... Lewis Sell says, give it to me. I'm going to hit. I'm going to hit. Devlin taunting him. Just slap it at me. I dare you. Shot. Kick to the corner. 11 seconds. Both teams needing to keep a lid on it no matter what. Only because we've got game 3.
Yep.
Michael Domigan, are you ready for this?
I don't think
tomorrow night.
Starting to get a little bit messy down there in front of the Stampede goal. Referees and linesmen trying to separate the two teams. This bodes well for tomorrow night, Dave.
What could possibly go wrong?
These two teams are trying to be separated here, but
you see,
he's not having much luck.
Theoretically, both teams should be in trouble because they've cleared their bench. This is not what should be happening at the end of a game. They've crossed the line. That's right. So this could end up going into tomorrow.
And it's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Max hurrying, tumbling to the ice there with
Darling, or LaSalle and Chalice. Darling and Chalice.
Yeah, we need some cooler heads here from both these teams.
I was joking when I said this was the last dance, but this is what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a barn dance.
Yeah.
They're all in there involved, and there's some heated discussions, that's for sure.
Now, this is the interesting thing. The Thunder have crossed the red line, and that's not supposed to happen. Toby Shook doing the right thing. Open the gate. Game is done. I'm going home.
He wasn't involved. He was just watching. It's a bit silly. They really don't need to be doing this. We all know that there's emotions involved in this game.
Devlin throwing the opponent's glove over the... You may not see it again.
Well, we are set up for a huge Game 3 tomorrow night. The emotions are high at the end of this one. It was an entertaining game.
What could possibly go wrong tomorrow night, Matt? Oh, my goodness.
As it so happened.
I don't know if you
so
noticed that. Sorry. Out of all that, Aston Brooks is shaking hands with the referee.
Game 1 to the Thunder. Game 2 to the SkyCity Stampede. Game 3 set up for an absolute...
And no matter what happens tomorrow night, the cup goes home.
That's right.
I can guarantee it'll be Otago. But where?
It's staying in the south.
Who's gonna have to dust off the shelf? Man, this is like a story written.
We're asking so much of these athletes, you know, to go out there one more time and do this all over again. 2 very hard games.
It'll be very important that they get their rest and they get their feed, the food they need, and the rest they need.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Jess J and Joe in Upper Hut. Big thank you for watching. Aaron says hi. So I think we're going to have a great game tomorrow.
Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt about that. Looks like we may be ready for interview down with Matt Chavez on the bench.
And Cam Freer.
We're here with Cam Freer, head coach of the winning SkyCity Stampede. Cam, that was brutal at the end there, but you guys showed a lot of championship mettle to get through this one tonight.
Yeah, we're pretty happy. We a lot of soul searching last night, looking around the room and knowing what we have, but we were pretty disappointed with how we played the second period when we had a lot of momentum. So to come back today and answer the call and know that we've got one more game to lift the burgle, we're pretty happy.
Yeah, the second period was really a change for you today. That clearly was not what you did yesterday, and I thought a lot of the championship pedigree that I'd been talking about up on the top there was just your ability to not lose your head and not take bad penalties towards the end of the game like what happened in game 1.
Yeah, I think for us, game 1, discipline-wise, we were really disappointed. We've been here before and we know how dangerous they are on the power play. So for us to be able to chase a game late in the game on the penalty kill, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, and I think you stopped every power play. You only gave up the short-handed goal in the special teams category, so that was a big change as well. Just tell me your mindset tomorrow. I know that you're probably going to have a lot of the same feelings about game 2, but how do you keep it going?
I think for us, we know that they've leaned on probably 3-4D the whole weekend so far. So I think you can see they're starting to get tired. So for us, playing the right way, short shifts, using our whole bench and our depth, and knowing that we've got one more game and we just got to leave it all out there.
Well, I think both teams will leave it all out there tomorrow night. Cam, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good work, good win tonight.
Yeah, Cam Freer said it. They're going to have to lead heavily on some of those players in the lower lines because tonight we saw those top line players eating up solid minutes again, 2 games in a row.
Yeah, both teams are going to reach deep, and that'll be the opportunity for some of those younger players to step up and make their mark.
Yeah.
So what an amazing game. I don't know what the union says for our pay for tomorrow. This is sort of like overtime, I think, isn't it, Michael?
I don't think we
Double?
discussed it, did we?
Yeah, we haven't discussed this.
That's another,
lobster.
that's another meal. Yeah.
Off the sideline, Michael's giving us the lobster sign that looks like that's what we're in for.
Fresh Wakatipu lobster. Yeah, Wakatipu crayfish.
Straight out of the lake. I guess we should wrap up. I'm very tired. Get our sleep for tomorrow.
That's right. All right, thank you very much for joining us, folks. What a game 2 we just had. I guarantee you game 3 is going to be even better. All right, have a good night's sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow.